is sick. Dude, bro, this party is sick. Dude, bro, this party is sick. Dude, bro, this party is sick. Dude, this party has like 5 different kinds of nachos. Whoa, that's off the hook crazy. 5 different nachos. 5 different nachos. 5 different nachos. 5 different nachos. Let's train to Awesome Town. Come on, everybody, won't you party with me now? Let's train to Awesome Town. Come on, won't you party with me? Let's train to Awesome Town. The roof is on fire, gonna burn it to the ground here. Let's train to Awesome Town. Come on, won't you party with me? Party with me. Party with me. Party with me. Party with me. 5 different nachos.
All right, you are listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. I'm Caleb.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Jake. Hey.
And this week we have for you some news that we found. Obviously, first up we will have actor news.
Yes, indeed.
Then we'll have movie news.
Movie/Disney, because it's mostly Disney. Let's be honest.
And then we will always, as always, have your nerd vocab up thoidly with a little bit of...
Yep. Celebrity birthday
segment. That's a courtesy of Rachel.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. And then we will have your tech/Apple news, because Apple this week overwhelmed us with all the different things that they're going to be doing.
Well, they just had their event, so...
Yeah.
Man, this is really quality ink.
Yes, it is. You're welcome.
Hey, Caleb, turn up my headphones.
Which one is that?
I don't know. Just
That
turn
one?
them all up. That's good.
That one?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. And then lastly, me, I'll tell you about things, games that I have played as of yesterday, and then Squeenix news. All right, here on the Nerd Edification Hour on the Alternation Radio. All right, so Rachel, you're an expert in all things actory and whatnot. What's going on in that neck of the woods?
Well, after months of speculation, Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller hit the internet by storm, mostly on Twitter and Vine, because they officially announced Zoolander 2.
What's Zoolander?
Zoolander?
What is Zoolander?
Yeah.
Is it like a
what's
guy
that?
who goes to another planet and all the aliens put him in a zoo and is like, wow, look at this earthling?
No, it is a movie about male models.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that
Like
sounds like the movie.
a runway movie.
Well, you may have seen some episodes, or not some episodes, but screen captures of Ben Stiller on the internet of him with very pursed lips and sucked-in cheeks, and he's walking. This movie, I think it came out in the 90s, was really, really funny. I mean, it had Will Ferrell, it had Owen Wilson, it had Ben Stiller, of course, it had David Bowie made an appearance, all that kind of stuff. But basically, to announce, yeah, I do too. He actually judged the walk-off in the original Zoolander. But pretty much, as soon as these images and videos came online, all the Zoolander fans literally just screamed, "I feel like I'm taking crazy pills," which is
a quote from the original.
A quote from the original. And so basically they announced this in a very unique way. They had a surprise appearance by actually strutting down the runway at the Valentino show in Paris Fashion Week. So they were literally dressed in Valentino clothing and went down the runway, and nobody knew about it.
That is an interesting way to publicize, like, hey, here's the thing we're doing. Look what we're doing.
And they both looked great. I mean, the clothing itself kind of reminded me of, silk pajamas, because that's what it looked like, and it was very flowery, but they looked great. Their hair looked awesome, and did they still know how to strut their stuff. I don't think they've ever forgotten. So It was very exciting to people who like the film Zoolander. I like it too. It's a funny film. So that's what happened. If you do want to see some of these short videos and images, Google is a wonderful thing, and it's still trending on Facebook. So if you just look up Zoolander 2, you will see a great deal of it.
It is all over the internet. Next up, Johnny Depp is returning to the U.S. Why is that? Jake, why is that? Why is Johnny Depp coming back to the U.S. of A?
Well, word from the grapevine is he's coming back to the U.S. for surgery after injuring his hand over the weekend while in Australia for Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales. Will he have a hook for a hand?
Who knows?
You tell me.
I say they should make that part of the story. That would be quite interesting.
However, he was not injured on set or during filming, so this was separate.
It was an unrelated incident. I'm wondering...
Or was it?
Or was it? I don't know.
Whoa.
I'm wondering how actually this happened. I'm not exactly sure how it happened. Did he get mad and punch a wall?
Might involve, a bar somewhere.
Did somebody accidentally slam his hand in a door? I've done that before.
To slam it pretty hard for your hand to be broken and to have surgery.
Well,
Was it broken?
He might have already had pre-existing damage to his hand, given how much stuff
Probably.
he does.
It's a nerve.
So I wouldn't be
a
surprised
tendon.
if, with Johnny Depp, with everything that he does, I'm surprised it's taken him this long to, get this level of hurt. While it's not breaking. What did Harrison Ford break on the set of Star Wars?
His
Did he break
leg?
His leg. Yeah,
His
it's not a
ankle,
leg.
something like that.
I don't know, but it's not that level. So, it's Johnny Depp. So
It's not.
I'm not surprised with him anymore. I'm honestly not.
surprised.
Speaking of Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales, wasn't there some guy that tried to storm the set dressed up like a pirate with a knife?
Yes, there was. The cops had to arrest somebody. It was kind of like a bonus thing on the webpage.
bonus
And it's just like, hey, here's some random news. But yeah, some guy tried to run to the set like a pirate and was like, hey, I'm in the movie. And the cops are like, no, you're not. Get out of here.
I don't know. I would have let him stay if he was a legit pirate.
I don't think he was a legit pirate. Legit
if he
pirates
looked
are-
I think he was
legit,
just a fan.
He can stay.
He's probably nutso. Just saying.
Probably.
There's some nutso people that
Oh,
try to get
yeah.
into movie sets. Either that or most people, what they do is they don't, if they're going to be at a movie set, they don't try to, storm the set. They'll just kind of creep outside and hope that one of the actors walk in their direction.
Notice me, Johnny. Notice me, Johnny
Notice
Depp
me.
senpai.
Notice me.
Notice me.
Horton.
Notice me.
Did you just quote a Seuss thing? Yes, you did.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
Admit to it, Jake.
Notice
Admit.
me, Horton. But yeah, that's our actor-related
Actors.
news.
Next up, we'll have your Disney and movie news, and to
Infinity and beyond. Whoa.
no, to follow up on our little pirate news, I found a song, "Drunken Sailor"
Yes, it's a sea shanty.
You are a
Yep,
pirate.
by the Irish
You are
Rovers.
hard.
Ooh, that's a good band.
Yeah, and we will be right back. You are listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio.
And we are back here on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. My name is Rachel, and next to me I have Jake.
What's up? I'm Jake. How's it going? What's going on? Caleb.
Olo.
Sound off.
1, 2.
You
Works for
guys
me.
are nuts. You guys are nuts. So
I like that shirt. It's pretty cool.
What, my yellow shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes, since I'm anchor, right after this.
we have
Uh,
some Disney news.
Disney.
Everybody loves Disney. And speaking
Land
of Disney,
of magic and wonder.
I will be there next week.
You
for
should
spring
do
break.
a vlog.
Maybe.
Do a vlog.
We'll see.
Do a vlog.
If I have
Please.
time. I'm visiting some friends / family.
Spread our
I want
name.
to go.
It'll be fun. Just, you want to go?
Mm.
Okay.
Oh,
But, okay, so everyone's seen the Tomorrowland trailer,
what?
right?
No. What is
The-
this trailer you
The
speak
new UK trailer.
The UK trailer, yeah. It looks sweet.
It did. It looked awesome. I watched it and I was like, "Whoa!"
It comes
what's
out
going
in
on?
May, and when I first saw the very, very, very first trailer for this, where it was just the girl interacting with the pin that she got back from lockup, and so it made me kind of laugh because they're trying to make their Tomorrowland section of Disney relevant again, which people go there and they ride Space Mountain. That's what they do. They ride Space Mountain.
They
don't
need to reference Tom Morrow. Now
Probably.
calling Tom Morrow.
Yeah, they probably will. But a friend of mine made a comment about the Tomorrowland and all that. Like, all they need to do is get rid of the Carousel of Progress. I'm like, no. You do not touch the classic Disney rides. And then my response to it was, what they need to do is they need to kick Stitch out of there.
They need to put the Oldsfield back on the TTA.
Yeah, and then put the original Alien ride back there, because that was scary as nobody's business. So, but that's my spiel. If you're listening, Disney, this is what I'm suggesting to you.
Disney, listen.
But anyway, the trailer was awesome. It's directed by Brad Bird, who did the Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, as well as The Incredibles. It's written by Damon Lindelof, who did stuff from Lost and Prometheus.
Yeah.
And of course, starring everybody's favorite, George Clooney. Gotta love him. As the inventor, and then who transports the team to Tomorrowland, who is played by Britt Robertson, into the fantastical world, somewhat based on the section of Disney World / Disneyland.
Somewhat. If what I saw in the trailer looked anything like, if Tomorrowland looked anything like what I saw in the trailer, I think that would definitely attract people to that.
When you have the distance shot in both of the trailers, it does look a little bit like Space Mountain and the surrounding spires that are there. So that's kind of cool. That's what it really resembles.
It should be a functioning spaceport, like Space Mountain is in lore.
Yeah. Well, so we'll see how that goes. But I thought it was kind of fun because all of a sudden Hugh Laurie was in the trailer too. So I was like, oh, yay! So I haven't seen him in anything in quite a long time. And I was a fan of him in House, so that was nice. But the movie itself looks really, really good. And I love that they are doing a movie about Tomorrowland, because this is something that they haven't done before, which is nice.
And next they'll do Magic Kingdom, and then Adventure Island, and then
they do a Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise.
They'll make a Jungle Cruise
like
movie.
they did with Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion.
Hey, and don't forget the Swiss Family Robinson, because that's they have the.
They've already done that though.
Anymore.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They call it the Tarzan Treehouse.
What?
No.
Better not
No?
be.
I think they do.
No, it
Maybe
Disney-
that's just Disneyland.
No, Disney World is still the Swiss Family one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tiki
But-
Room, the movie.
Oh, that would be a hoot. But also, speaking of Disney,
Listen tight.
Disney is teaming up with Alice in Wonderland director. Basically, Tim Burton is going to direct a CG version of Dumbo.
Dumbo's going to have, like, his clown makeup is going to be really gothic and dark, and it's going to run down.
All I know
Scare all the little kids.
is you remember the pink elephant scene
Oh,
in the
that'll be
sky?
the trippiest.
It literally, that's going to be the whole movie.
That's the whole movie. All pink elephants.
And I think Disney just needs to stop handing Tim Burton things for a bit and let him do Beetlejuice 2, and then they can have him do whatever they want, because that's all I care about.
I don't know. I don't really like the idea of a real Dumbo. I mean, they
Well,
keep
it's-
making these real
But it's
life things.
well, you misunderstand. It's not going to be a real
CG.
Dumbo. It's going to be primarily CG.
That movie is frightening.
Primarily CG. But they're also going to have to be very careful in this one, because there's a lot of how do I put this? Racial elements, I guess, in the original.
Yeah,
That's easy
like
to
the
cut out.
crows.
So it's
like the crows
it'll
and-
be easy to cut
Dude, the
out.
crows were the coolest characters.
Yeah, but they're also
I know.
a bit racy.
Yeah, but it's gonna they did hint. The president of the production at Walt Disney, Sean Bailey, hinted that the film is going to be broader than the original cartoon film, which I'm not. I don't know how I feel about that.
Broader. I know they said they'd make it like a bigger.
It's
thing.
like broader
How
as
much-
in
Like longer.
it's-
Dumbo isn't that long a movie.
Yeah, it's going to be longer, and it's going to probably add additional story elements. There's going to be stuff that wasn't in the original. They're going to add stuff. That's what I'm guessing. it's
By the
gonna
way,
be.
if Tracy Jr. does not get a song, if that train does not sing, I'm going to be upset.
Trains definitely need to
The
sing.
train. The
Yeah.
train needs to sing.
Oh, definitely.
I like the song where they're putting up the tents.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
too.
song. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. Also
Are you
a
going to
bit
just
racy.
sing along?
It's also a bit racy. But the thing is, they have the people who, the screenwriter for both the Transformers: Age of Extinction and Dark of the Moon.
So what you're saying is it's going to be full of explosions like Michael Bay?
Yeah, I think Michael Bay is like, "Go, my children." give
magic
every
feather is
movie
a bomb.
explosions.
That to me is just.
They better not make Tracy Jr. explode.
Oh, wow, I don't know, guys, but Dumbo.
Tracy Jr.
Jr.'s loaded with explosives. What?
Tracy Jr. transforms.
Stop.
Dumbo, you have to rescue her.
The train just transforms out of nowhere. It's like, whoops.
The
I
train
have a
is
feeling.
transformer.
I have a feeling that this is going to be poked fun at. Just a guess. Just hazarding a guess, guys.
Probably.
That baby of mine scene, though. You leave it
Okay.
alone.
Speaking
With the mom and the baby.
Yeah.
The mom's in jail. Yeah.
It made me cry.
who
After you
here
got drunk. That's
who here
After you got drunk.
After you got drunk.
who here liked the Tron movie?
I did.
That was a
Which
good
one?
I did.
Both.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
people like
I
they say
like-
they didn't like the second one, but I thought it was good.
Well, I like the original. I definitely like the original, and Tron Legacy was, pretty good, and
Yeah.
it was the effects were awesome.
Oh yeah,
and
everybody's like on like lit up and stuff.
after
It's great.
the Tron levels in the Kingdom Hearts 2 game,
Dude.
and then again in Dream Drop Distance.
You know how they did the glowy effects in the original movie was they like filmed it monochrome and they painted in all the color for the video game portion. It's really cool.
Yeah. But after, seeing the Tron levels in the Kingdom Hearts series, I was like, we need another Tron movie. And lo and behold. But the third Tron film is reportedly set to begin filming this fall with Tron Legacy director Joseph Kosinski returning to direct.
So is Tron dead?
Spoilers. No.
We don't know.
We don't know.
It was really up in the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched the Tron Legacy, cover your ears. This is major spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Tron was turned into, God, what was his name?
I don't know.
Basically, he's basically like the
evil.
bodyguard.
He was
yeah.
the bodyguard ninja looking thing. But
And he wore a helmet.
Yeah,
you didn't
he-
get to see his face.
yeah, you didn't get to see his face, and that was the whole point. But at the end, he kind of fought his reprogramming and was able to, get the main guy forward, and he actually fell into this abyss thing.
If they ever finished, what was that? The Disney XD
Yeah.
series. If they ever finished that, we would have had some answers. But no, we had to cancel it. Why did you have to cancel it? It was awesome.
Disney has a habit of canceling things.
But it was good.
They just do.
Why
That's
did
how
they
they
do
roll.
it?
It's very unfortunate. But according to
Uprising, that was what it
Van
was
City
called.
Buzz, Walt Disney Pictures will actually commence filming on October 5th of this year. So it's not just fall. We might actually have a date.
They need
which,
to bring back Bit. Oh my goodness.
Which in any...
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes. No.
It's
yes.
the best.
Well-
He's my favorite character.
Well, in any case, we're going to be seeing a lot of Disney films soon because there's a lot going on. With this one being filmed and all that in 2015, we might see it 2016, 2017. We're going to see Dead Men Tell No Tales in 2017, barring no pushbacks. So who knows? I don't know. Disney's all over the place now. They've got their hand in so many cookie jars.
All the cookie jars. Jake, there was an Easter egg in Legacy.
What?
Bit was actually in there.
No.
It was like it's like a little Easter egg. They just show him
Where?
for like a second, but he wasn't moving or anything.
Weird.
It was just kind of a reference.
Okay.
Yeah, it was when he first goes into his dad's virtual house or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But anyways, so there's that. I saw it and I was like, oh, it's Bit. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Next up, we'll have your nerd vocab and Rachel's little celebrity birthdays. All right. And the song we have was suggested by Jake. Jake, what is it?
This is the Never-Ending Story theme.
Oh, this
Ooh.
is going to
It's
be
a
magical.
cover by Freeze Pop. It's so good.
All right. And you are listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio, and we will be right back.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. I'm Jake,
I'm Rachel.
Hi, I'm Caleb. I'm here.
and
I'm
it
just
is
here.
your mid-segment time, which means nerd vocab.
Yes, indeed.
Yay.
Are you guys ready for our nerd vocab?
I am.
Sure.
Okay, here it is. This week's nerd vocab is otaku.
Yes.
Was that like a fancy taco? What
No.
is it?
No, not
No?
quite.
Oh.
It is a Japanese term for people with obsessive interests, commonly the anime and manga fandom.
This is not to be confused with the term
Weeaboo.
Weeaboo.
which is someone
No.
who's not Japanese.
These are
Yeah.
otaku is more of a person who secludes themselves in their house, kind of like becomes a hermit, and just kind of focuses on themselves and their fandom.
There is an entire anime actually about this called Princess Jellyfish.
Oh, yeah, with the girl who really likes the jellyfish, and then there's the boy, and he's like,
Oh, well, yeah, and the boy is dressed up like a lady, and it's just, it's.
oh, yeah, and then
Wow.
she has him over, and
Yes,
he's
and
like,
yeah.
Well,
and she's like,
then,
oh my goodness.
It's a really interesting series because in the middle of the night on her way home from wherever she works, I guess she'll stop off at this pet store and look at this jellyfish.
She's obsessed with this jellyfish.
And she
She's like,
realizes
because she saw it with her mom when she was young, and
Yeah.
her mom's not around anymore.
not around anymore. Yeah, and so she realized this jellyfish is in the wrong type of water with the wrong inclination or something like that,
And it's going to die.
and it's gonna die. So she like manhandles the pet shop owner, and the pet shop owner just doesn't understand what's going on. So then this lady walks up and they buy the jellyfish and
Yeah.
all the things that need to go with it, and
She takes it home.
takes it home. And then the girl falls asleep in her room, and then in the morning, surprise, surprise, it's not a lady, it's a dude. So that's pretty much the first episode, and it's quite funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but that show basically, the main girl is, and her roommates are kind of the definition of that word, otaku. At least that's what they say. They actually refer to it in the anime itself. It's a short anime, but good.
Interesting. So,
Yeah.
Rachel, whose birthday is it today?
Yes, we're going to move on to a little separate segment since we didn't really have much to go with this
Nope.
word.
I've got a word for
unfortunately.
next week.
Okay.
Well, we shall talk about that when we're off the air, so we don't give it away.
Yeah.
Surprises.
Sounds good.
Yes. So this little segment.
I should just give away the next 3 nerd vocabs
Oh.
and then be like, there
That
you go.
would that would be terrible. But this segment is kind of new. It's celebrity birthdays, and this is very nerdy because I love this actor, and he's part of a really big fandom. He himself is a fan. So today is actor John Barrowman's birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Nobody's joining in.
No. No.
Okay.
I have a
if
terrible singing voice, Jake.
you guys
So?
might recognize John Barrowman from the TV series on Arrow. The show
I
Arrow.
watched like 1 episode with
And he was also in Doctor Who
you. Okay.
and the spin-off series Torchwood. He plays Captain Jack Harkness, which is one of my favorite characters ever. I think he's turning 54 today. He also has a history in theater as well. If you guys saw The Producers, the film version with Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane, he played...
Wait. What? Nathan Lane.
Yeah,
Nathan Lane.
in The Producers movie. You've never seen it?
I love Nathan Lane.
Okay, then you need to see it. But John Barrowman's in this, and I only realized it like maybe about 6 months ago when I rewatched it. And they go to the opening number of Springtime, and this
It's
bleach
springtime in Germany.
Yes, basically the main.
It's that?
Yes, the guy singing that main solo
It's that?
is John Barrowman with bleach blonde hair. Yeah, and I only realized it on rewatching it 6 months
the
ago.
The wheels are turning.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, you might recognize him from Arrow as well and Doctor Who, as I said. He's a really neat dude. He's also doing like this comic book series or a book series with his sister. He's a really, really busy guy. And in addition, I mean, he actually has a radio show too, I believe.
Cool.
Yep. So there's a
Interesting.
lot going on with him. And like I said, he's turned 54 today. He does not look that old.
Well, happy birthday. to you,
Happy
good sir.
birthday to you.
Yes.
Happy birthday to all of you who have a birthday today out there in the world. Like my friend Shago, but his birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday to you.
Yay.
And Christian,
And
your birthday was yesterday too.
And
They don't
that-
even watch the show, but there you go.
that, ladies and gents, was the song stylings of Jake.
So
You're welcome. I have a new CD coming out.
Oh, goodness. Well, that was a good short segment because this next song is a long one.
Yes, it
This
is.
was like the shortest Star Trek song I could find. This is kind of like a
Is this the whale song from that one movie?
no, it's like a mixed, like a melody, if you will, of a whole bunch of different Star Trek stuff, but it's Star Trek music. So fans of the genre series might recognize what's being played here.
Well, after Leonard Nimoy passed away, this is kind of our homage to him.
I think his handprints are in front of the Chinese Theater at MGM.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, so
All right. And next up, we will have your Apple and tech news, and you are listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio, and we will be right back. You are listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. I will be your captain, and we will go into parts unknown. And over here, we have Rachel.
hello.
And then we have Jake.
Hi.
Captain's log. Star date.
Jake,
Whatever
I'm
number.
Chekhov.
Jake is literally so unimpressed right now.
That's
Captain Caleb Kirk.
Captain Caleb Kirk.
Captain Log.
Captain Vlog.
Captain's vlog.
Vlog. You
Captain's
guys are
vlog.
nuts.
Star date 26.32.
Oh, okay. We're done.
Okay.
We're
All
done.
right. Enough. All right. So
done.
technology
Starship
news.
cheese and fries.
Jake, what is up with the technology things? What's the first thing on the technology? Go ahead. How about it?
A pocket watch smartphone.
What?
What?
What is this? What was that? What?
I didn't understand it
Oh, my
either
goodness.
when I first saw it, but it looks cool.
The circular device curves back out from the screen to form a comfortable saucer shape. And it is a fun device to hold.
It has it's called the Runcible.
The heck?
Yeah.
Some-
It
The run?
Yeah.
Like the candy.
Yep. It runs on believe it or not, I'm waiting for you to possibly cringe, Jake, a Firefox operating system.
Firefox is cool.
But what do you think about,
Wait,
the
operating system.
operating system.
Firefox has an operating system?
Apparently they
so.
do now.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like Firefox.
But it's using that platform to experiment with some unique features. Like the camera takes circular photos and videos, which is going
okay.
to remind me of like fishbowl video and stuff.
Possibly. And you can zoom in and out by twisting
Hopefully,
the pocket
when
watch.
So you're like a
when-
spy, super spy.
when they implement that, the whole zooming in will be like this.
I want them to implement a chain, like a real pocket watch. When I was watching the video, I didn't see a chain. I was
Well,
like,
they
I would be very disappointed if they don't put a
They
chain. on that
probably
thing.
are going to have, on the side, kind of like on the side of the iPhone, they'll probably have a little blip that's a little loop that you can hook a chain to and stuff. Now,
then you can, like,
I'm
just do
wondering,
this and-
I'm wondering if it's going to actually be like a smartphone kind of thing. If you can receive text messages,
It does
on
everything but tell time.
It really? That's
No,
what-
it's just Spy Kids.
that would be
No, that
nice.
is
But
Spy Kids.
what's cool about it is,
my watch doesn't tell time.
you know how, like, for example, the new 3DS has removable faceplates and stuff like that. This has removable backs in a variety of different substances, like tin,
Like
copper,
felt,
brass,
and rubber,
and woods, different types of wood looking.
and like a spiky kind of.
You're gonna have to look on their website.
Okay.
Yep, but that's what it is, and it's gonna be interesting.
Chocolate
I think,
and
'cause
new
it's-
fat free. Grab them because you gotta have them. Freddy Fish.
Right. Yeah. That is definitely a throwback. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And that was so off topic, Jake. But I guess this is kind of a challenge to the Apple Watch, which we can talk about as well.
Yes.
The Apple event just a day or two ago.
It was earlier this week. So.
They announced the Apple Watch. Am I not seeing this on there?
It's at the bottom.
Is it the bottom?
It's the bottom one. It's right above the red.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm not seeing the words Apple Watch. But-
Apple's smartwatch collection will range in price from
Oh.
$349
Wow.
to get this $17,000
Wow.
dollars.
17,000.
Schmackaroonies. depending on the metals that they are covered with, from straps and
They
different
probably
risks.
took like
So-
$5 to make. So.
So, there's the regular watch, which will cost about $300. That's the basic one. And then the sports will cost around $500. It is slightly bigger and, has more stuff on it and whatnot.
Probably different
And,
materials.
okay, the edition for the people who can just throw money out
Celebrities.
the window.
Celebrities.
The edition will cost between $10,000 and $18,000 depending on how you customize it.
You can make this like a gold watch. You can make it look like a dang Rolex.
And then you'll get mugged on the street because you have an $18,000 watch.
Now, what I'm
Just
hoping.
saying.
Now,
Mug the muggers.
Yeah, see, what I saw, they didn't really, from what I saw, the features that they said is, it has between watch to watch messaging and stuff like that. If they
Nobody else is going to have a watch.
Well, see, the thing is, though, if they turn it into an actual smartphone, actual device thing that you can, hook it up to a Bluetooth, say, headset or something like that, and actually use it to make calls, people would actually buy this because you know how.
Well, it hooks up to your iPhone. Like, that's what it's connected to. And then if your iPhone has a Bluetooth, is Bluetooth available with Apple? I don't
It'll
know.
be
Yes.
like that Hey Arnold
Okay,
episode
then
where they're
it
selling
probably
the
would
watches.
kind of work like that.
But
So,
you didn't let me finish. What
Okay,
I'm
go
saying
ahead,
is
finish.
people don't like carrying around this big, huge. I mean, look at the size of this thing. I mean, I love it to death, but it's huge. Can you imagine, walking through the city and you don't want to have a lot of bags on you or go into, say, an
Living in the
amusement park?
city, you gotta keep the dream of living in the city. Sonic R.
You don't want to
Second
keep
level.
a large phone on you all the time because it's a hassle to carry. And most of these phones don't fit in people's pockets. So if they make it like a standalone instead of having to hook up to things, then, people can, like I said, hook it up to a Bluetooth thing and you can talk to it through a phone and then type your messages on it. And it's literally on your wrist, like literally the communicators in all these sci-fi movies. That's what they need to do.
I think the
Beep,
problem
beep, beep,
is...
beep. What's the sitch?
I think the problem is the battery life, because if you're sending, phone signals from your watch, you see what it takes a lot of power. But so it's literally they're just kind of.
With technology today, there's probably a very small battery.
But is it affordable?
Apple products are already not very affordable, so I
Self-destruct mechanism.
I don't think it would make that much of a difference.
But it would be way more expensive.
People are going to buy Apple just because it's Apple. If it's $100, $200 more, people are still going to buy it because
Not me.
it's Apple.
I go
No,
to
not
college.
you,
I'm
but
broke.
like I said,
Can't afford
it's
it.
Apple. People are always going to buy their products because of who they are, what their name is. That's what name branding does.
I mean, there probably is. You're right, a battery somewhere, but
But like
It's
I
not-
said,
No battery.
I think at least I would buy it. I'm not going to buy it as it is now because that to me is useless. If I want to get something that's small, I like small phones. I like this. Don't get me wrong. I like the iPhone 6, but if I could just have something on my wrist that already has everything on it,
I want a hologram. Like I just go, and there it is, like a little screen.
I would be
Hey, what's up?
utterly just awesome. I think that would be great. And speaking more
Taking
on
my calls.
speaking more on
Banana
Apple.
phone.
Speaking more on Apple, HBO CEO Richard Plepler.
Plepler.
That is a lot of PLs. I'm just saying. Just announced that its new cable-free streaming service will be available on Apple devices only when it launches early next month.
And their desktops.
And the desktop.
Yeah.
Like the MacBooks and stuff. The price for HBO Now, which is what it's called, has been confirmed at $14.99 per month, and it will be available in time for you to catch the season premiere of Game of Thrones.
So
on
you
April
don't
12th.
have to have a cable subscription in order to get HBO Now. So
Okay, so
it's always
basically,
been a thing.
basically,
It's one channel.
this is what the world expects all channels, all stuff that was originally just on cable to do, have their own streaming services which you can pay for by subscription and get off of the cable and stuff. That's what people are hoping, and what actually these companies are hoping to do, to get out of Comcast, get out of Time Warner, that sort of thing. So this HBO itself just proved that they can get off the cable market if they want to. Now that to me is very interesting. So this might have opened the door for other
Pandora's
folks to
box.
do this. And, it's kind of just, a real kick in the pants for Time Warner and Comcast at this point because net neutrality.
Yeah, really, because they were the ones who are like, oh, we're going to charge people extra. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, so
Good, they deserve it, honestly.
Ads everywhere.
serves you right, guys. Serves you right. So, but, I mean, Comcast has already fought back with that, which with denying certain things on certain products if you have Comcast, for example, like HBO Go on the PS4. Not allowed if
I
you have
want
Comcast.
Nicktoons streaming.
That would be really, really
great.
nice. That'd be
Dude,
awesome.
did you watch it back when it was like Nicktoons Network and stuff? It
Yep.
was so good.
Or Boomerang. Like Boomerangs is a paid-for subscription service, but if they did
Oh.
a standalone thing, that would be nice. Also, like I said, more Apple announcements in that there's going to be a lighter MacBook to be made. It weighs only 2 pounds apparently, and it's 24% thinner than the last thinnest MacBook.
If you sit on that thing, it's going to snap.
If you
It's weight.
look at it wrong, it's going to crack. But Apple
breathe on
announced,
it wrong.
yeah, like we said, Apple announced a whole bunch of things.
It only comes
that
with
display's
like
garbage,
one
though.
little USB port and one headphone jack. So hopefully you don't have a lot of plugins for your laptop.
Hopefully, you don't need to put any discs in.
Wait a minute.
There's no
minute.
optical drive in it either.
Wait a minute. That's a really nice resolution.
Yep. Are you impressed with Apple now? Or are you just kind of like, No. Jake just rolled his eyes. He just rolled his eyes. This just in. But yeah, that's our tech news for this week. It was mainly, like I said, mainly Apple since they had their event. And if you want to rewatch the coverage, you can. They did. BuzzFeed did a little piece on the Apple Watch, which it does look really cool. It does look cool, but like I said, I'm not going to buy it unless they turn it into an actual smartphone that you can use by itself. But that's just me.
All right, well, that's it for that segment. The next segment will be a short one because I'm not good at talking. I will tell you about
Yeah,
two
so
games I
literally
played,
2 lines.
and then we'll have your Squeenix, small little bit of Squeenix news.
Yep.
And the song is a little throwback. It's Crossing Fields, the Japanese version. It's from Sword Art Online. It's one of my favorite animes ever. And you are listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio, and we will be right back.
And we have returned on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. My name is Rachel, and next to me, I have Jake.
Okay. Hi.
In front of us, we have Caleb.
What's up? Let's jump straight into this.
Because we have 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, so all right, a game came out yesterday for the Xbox and the PC. It's called Ori and the Blind Forest.
I heard it was beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
Is it like Child of Light level beautiful?
It is okay. It's about the same style. Have you seen Dust? Do you know what Dust?
An
Yes.
Elysian Tale.
Yes, it is exactly.
That's
It's
made
pretty
by
much.
one guy. He coded it
Yes.
and drew everything.
It's amazing. It is pretty much like that.
Oh, that's nice.
And you play as this little rodent, and then you get a little Navi helper who shoots lightning. It's pretty great. There's a lot of platforming involved. It's really gorgeous. The story is pretty good, so far.
Quick intro on the story, quick background, any at all? that you can give?
A storm. All right, there's this tree of light and watches over the forest, and a storm comes, and the dude gets separated, and then a gorilla lady
gorilla.
finds him. It's really
A gorilla lady?
gorilla lady.
lady.
It's kind of like a gorilla monkey lady. I don't know.
Okay.
It's weird. And then
No, that sounds
finds
cool.
them, and then fosters them, and then one day the tree.
Oh, so it's like Tarzan.
Yep, like Tarzan.
But the tree calls to all his children in the forest,
It's a
and
Buddha.
Ori, that's his name, was the mom didn't want him to go, so she kind of hid him, and hid him from the from the tree.
Right.
But then the forest starts dying because a bad thing happened. Anything more would be kind of like spoilery.
Okay,
So there is a bad.
if you'd like to find out
person.
more, try it out on
Check it out.
Steam
I recommend
or
it.
Xbox.
If you're not into platforming, it might not be for you because there's a lot of platforming involved.
Platforming is
lot.
explain to people what that is.
You
Jumping
getting from
puzzles.
place to place and jumping and solving puzzles with platforms and things.
It's like Mario, guys.
It's kinda like Mario,
Mario
yeah.
is a platforming game.
There you go. And then Square Enix is doing an online survey of what kind of what kind of game you want to see.
Yeah, pretty much if you go on Square Enix's Facebook, they're doing this survey where they're seeing which games were your favorite, which games do you want to see in the future, and pretty much everyone's answer is
The world ends with you.
no. Pretty much everyone's answer for what game they want to see made or remade in the future is Final Fantasy VII, and they are beating a dead horse on that. But
They really are.
people are going to continue to suggest it. I personally, when I took the survey, I was like, you guys are already making the game that I want made, so I have nothing to say to you unless you remake 8 in full HD and redo it,
it's
since
different.
it already has pretty decent 3D graphics for when it was made. So all they have to do is just overclock it a bit and do a bit of redesign.
Yep.
It won't be as hard as say 7. It won't.
And then I also played Pokemon Shuffle, which was a free gift that came out yesterday for anyone who has a 3DS or new 3DS. It has microtransactions, and it's like a match 3 game. It's really fun, and you can catch different Pokemon to add your party, and then you can use them.
I played it
solve
the other day
puzzles.
too. Now,
It's
what's interesting to me is the fact that it's like a smartphone game, but it's on the 3DS, which is, I was partially worried about it doing that, but it's pretty good for what it is.
Yeah. It's like, I was like, okay, well, I'll check in. Oh, I can do this and this and this. It's pretty good if you have a 3DS. You probably have it. Check it out.
If you're looking for just something to play that's just quick, then this is a game for you.
Yep. And that'll be it here on the Nerd Edification Hour. Go do all the social things. And until next week.
Visit us on Nerd Edification Facebook. You have to tell them what the stuff is, Caleb. So go on the Nerd Edification Hour on Facebook. Also, our Twitter is at Nerd Edification. Or you could visit Strangely Entertaining on YouTube, where we upload these.
Yes, indeed. And the outro song we have here, it'll be a couple seconds, is from Monster Hunter. It is the Lao Shung Lung Battle. And that is it. Until next week. Stay fancy.
Bye.
Bye.